On this episode of Warriors Central,
The right-handed hammer!
we'll count down the best dunks in Warriors history.
I'm very appreciative of the game. I'm very appreciative of everything it's brought to me.
A rookie big man goes back to the tiny school where he got his start playing the game.
It's all about heart.
Get to know Carl Landry as he explains what gives him his edge on the court.
It was in a battle last night. We was home chilling. We got to go get this win.
Plus, head coach Mark Jackson gives us unprecedented inside access. All that and more on Warriors Central. It is time for the latest installment of Warriors Central. I'm your host, Greg Papa. Home is where the heart is, or in the case of Festus Ezeli, it's where he learned to play the game of basketball. Recently, the rookie big man went back to tiny Yuba College in Marysville to visit the place where he learned to play the game from scratch. And although he never played a game for the 49ers, his impact on the program is still being felt.
It feels good to be back. A lot of memories, having to think about that time, think about how young I was, all the stupid things I used to do, and just how much I've grown as a person since I've been here.
When we had sat down and we had talked a little bit, he was all gung-ho. Family was pushing him. He was all gung-ho to be a doctor.
That was really my thing. But my uncle thought that I had height. Maybe I should go try out.
He was taking botany and chemistry and physics and biology, and he was taking them as a 16-year-old kid.
My intentions were not really basketball anymore. When I was going here just to go to school.
Said, we need to drop you down below 12 units. And he was like, there's just no way, coach, that my family's gonna allow me to do that. Trust me, I said, you're the only kid I've ever said this to, and probably the only kid I ever will say this to, but you're gonna make more money playing basketball than you are gonna be as a doctor. We immediately went down the next day and we dropped a couple of his classes so that he could get underneath the full-time status. If we wouldn't have done that day, he would have never been able to go to Vanderbilt. He would have never been able to play Division I basketball. His clock would have started, and I don't think he'd be in this position that he's in today, really, to be honest.
Oh, this looks nice. They must be doing good then.
They're doing all right, yeah.
Wow.
See, the library is completely gutted. This is the next project they're doing, so this will probably take a whole nother year to get that thing.
What are we supposed to study?
Coach, I can't come to practice today. I got to study for biology. Yeah, all right, that's it. You're about the only kid that I'd ever let leave and go study because I knew how important academics were. You were one of the few.
I want to be a doctor. Can't be a doctor in the gym. This is where all my classes were taken, man. Doing a little reminiscing. Man, biology was over there. That's the.
Very much.
Nah. Even though his head is big and everything, I don't think he has biology and chemistry in there.
Who's been the toughest matchup for you so far?
Toughest matchup. Every night is somebody new. So since everybody is still brand new to me, I'll just say everybody. Because
That's probably a smart answer.
it's just, yeah. It's kind of weird because these guys that play against each other so much, the veterans, they don't even look at the scouting report anymore. They already know. They're like, oh yeah, this guy. So before every game, Boga is coming to me like, yo, left shoulder, and don't let him up and under. Don't go for his pump fake. I'm like, yo, have you looked at the scouting report? He's like, nah, I know this stuff.
He was a gray shirt for us for 2 years and practiced with us and worked out, and he traveled with us and filmed our games, and he was the biggest filmer in Northern California, that's for sure. That
was actually one of my ways I learned. I was still learning, but I was with the team. That was the way I could be with the team and travel with the team a little bit. See me right here. Hey, I'll be yelling stuff too. Yeah, come on, let's go, you are. Because I always wanted to be part of the guys. I wanted to be one of the guys so bad. You know, I wanted to play for Coach here. I wanted to, I wanted to be on the floor.
Holy cow, I can't believe I'm on the floor with Kobe or something like that. You ever catch yourself thinking about that?
The first game, our first preseason game, I think was the Lakers. And That was the first time I got on the court. I was starting, and Kobe comes over to dap me up. I'm looking like, oh.
I'd have been going, oh my God, I'm on the floor, Kobe.
It was crazy, man. I think you always feel good when people like appreciate you or when people support you, you know. And I'm still making a little bit of an impact, even though I'm not here anymore, or even though I didn't go to school with them. You know, they still were able to find out who I was, and I think that's the beauty of basketball, is that it just transcends, man. I'm very appreciative of the game. I'm very appreciative of everything it's brought to me.
Festus was so excited afterwards he jumped on Twitter tweeting how great it was to be back at Yuba Cottage again. Very nostalgic, walking through the old gymnasium classroom and seeing old friends. On the court, he was one of the best distributors of the basketball in NBA history. Now, off the court, Mark Jackson wants to be known as one of the best to roam the sidelines. Not long ago, the head coach wore a microphone during a game and gave us an inside look at what it's like to be inside of a huddle during a live NBA game. Take a listen.
Mark Jackson is mic'd up. That ought to be a little fun.
Hey, they played last night, and we in our house. Let's take care of our work. Come on. Yes, sir. 1, 2, 3. Yes, sir.
Warriors are stone cold here, 2 of 9. Brooklyn's come ready to play. They got off to a slow start last night against the Lakers, got down 10-zip, and that hurt them.
And Humphreys right down the gut. And Mark Jackson's going to use the timeout.
Hey, they still a team with the energy. We haven't made the adjustment yet. We fooling ourselves. They was in a battle last night. We was home chilling. We got to go get this win.
Shot clock at 5. Missed it short. What a rebound, Harrison Barnes.
He's looking.
Put out to Landry, move without the ball. Barnes laying it up and in. And he'll draw the foul. What an end-to-end sequence by the rookie.
Oh, we got in it because of our defense, and we rebounded. Keep it going. Way to battle, gentlemen. Way to battle. 1, 2, 3.
Pace quickening, picking up here.
They're just force-feeding David Lee, and he's responding.
Good job. Great job. Bottom line, come on and gang rebound. Way to keep the ball alive. Way to go get that thing. Execute down there. They can make contested shot, and we seal the deal by rebound. Come on.
10 seconds left, no need to shoot. Warriors have won 4 of 5. They come back from the 2-1 road trip. They get a roaring Oracle crowd.
It was the best road trip in franchise history. Next on Warriors Central, we'll look back at the Warriors' historic run. Plus, Blake and LeBron are among the best dunkers in the game, and Harrison Barnes may have the dunk of the year. But what are the best dunks in Warriors history? We rank them next on Warriors Central.
David Lee to Barnes! The right-handed hammer!
What a thunderous dunk.
That has everyone at Oracle buzzing.
Slam, cram, jam, throw down, call it what you want, but the slam dunk, it's the most exciting play in basketball. And over the years, there have been many slams to remember in Oakland. Here now are the 5 best dunks in Warriors history.
Number 5. Matt Barnes closes out the Mavs.
Here's Barnes. Oh, a facial over Nowitzki.
Number 4. Monte Ellis goes up and over Leandro Barbosa.
Push ahead, Monte. 3-on-1 if they hurry. Ellis to the rim.
Number 3. Jay Rich does something new. Number 2, C-Webb meets Sir Charles.
Behind the back and the step and the foul. What a play by Weber.
Number 1, Baron Davis posterizes AK-47.
Baron shouts it down on Kirilenko's head. Oh my goodness.
asked you to tweet in some of your favorite dunks, and here's what you had to say. Adrian absolutely has to be Baron Davis giving AK some of that Oaktown funk. And again, AJ, Baron Davis on AK-47, hands down. But we're going to go back. The O Factor remembers the around-the-back flush of Charles Barkley by a rookie, Chris Webber. 7 games at 11 nights. That's what faced the Warriors in early December. All they did was put together the best road trip in team history. The Warriors compiled a record of 6-1, including a 5-0 start. One of those wins was a last-second victory over King James and the Miami Heat. Here now is a quick look back at the sights and sounds of the roadie of a lifetime. Road trip!
Klay Thompson threes, good! They have David Lee, and he's got it done.
This is a huge, huge win.
Inside the lane, Draymond Green, and the Warriors beat the Heat. You know more, getting the needle. I can't care about what others say. No Warrior team's ever been 6-0 on a road trip, ever.
It's turning out to be one of the greatest road trips this franchise has ever had. There was no doubt a road trip to remember, not only for the Warriors team, but for David Lee and Steph Curry. David Lee averaged 23 and 13 for the trip, going for 20 and 10 in each of the games. Steph also came up big. He averaged over 21 points and nearly 7 dimes during the team's memorable run. At just under 70 miles, the road from Oakland to Santa Cruz could be paved in blue and gold this basketball season. The Santa Cruz Warriors tipped off their season in November at their brand new arena, just steps from the Pacific Ocean. And as Brody Brazil tells us now, being next to the beach won't be the only advantage for this group of NBA hopefuls.
Just blocks away from the world-famous beach boardwalk is the freshly constructed home of Northern California's newest sports franchise, the Santa Cruz Warriors.
We looked at a lot of different places. I have a book full this thick with venues that could work, and of course Santa Cruz actually didn't have a venue at the time. We had to make one.
The Kaiser Permanente Arena is where this D-League affiliate of the Golden State Warriors now calls home, a place where 65 and sunny should be the norm all basketball season long.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that every day, and that's why I say it's going to be one of the best D-League cities there is, just because the proximity to the ocean, the community, and you're right. I've been kind of used to some of those sub-temperature blizzard winters in Des Moines and Bismarck, and this will be a nice change.
Proximity to the amenities is nice, but proximity to the parent franchise is the real value in this situation.
No question, being an hour and 10 minutes, hour and 15 minutes away from Oakland is great for our team. It's great for the coaches, the players, the back and forth movement. It's great for everybody.
If you do get that call up to the Warriors, it's right up the highway. So it's a great opportunity for me and all of us on the team. Just trying to play the best of my abilities and see where I can take it further from there.
It's a stepping stone, and you know everybody here wants to use it as that. This isn't a career move, you know. So whatever the case may be, if it's a guy wanting to get a good job overseas to make good money, or a guy wanting to get bumped up to the NBA, you know, it's probably the best league to get back to the NBA.
In attempting to ease the transition from getting called up and sent down, both Warriors teams keep their playbooks and terminology very similar.
You know, with Golden State being our single affiliate, we are going to run the same system. You'll see the same offensive situations. You'll see the same defensive schemes.
Hey, when they get ready to call a timeout, our defense should be really tight. Together, 1, 2, 3.
You know, and it's my job to get those guys playing hard, learning the system here that the coaches have put in place, and go from there.
You kind of try to keep it similar, so when you do get called up, if you get called up, you're pretty familiar with what they're doing.
But as with any minor league franchise, the experience will be just a little bit different than that of the big boys.
You know, we'll have those long bus rides. We'll stay in hotels that, you know, aren't, you know, like NBA hotels, 5-star Ritz-Carltons like that. But honestly, it's really not even about that. You know, as long as you have a bed to sleep in, and you have the energy to play the game, that's all that really matters. Right now, we're just trying to move our way up within the system, and stay humble and not worry about the little things like that.
Run! Overall, it seems like just the beginning of a very long relationship between Golden State and Santa Cruz, which are the first NBA and D-League teams to share the same name and colors.
It was important for us to have that co-branding so that not just the players, but the coaches, the business staff, management team, everybody felt like they were part of the Warriors family.
In Santa Cruz, Brody Brazil, Comcast Sportsnet.
He has been a great addition to the Warriors roster. Find out what Carl Landry would be doing if he wasn't playing in the NBA next as Warriors Central continues.
Landry inside. Landry will get the foul and put it up and in. Slammed home by Carl Landry.
He was cut from his freshman team. He was not a top recruit coming out after high school, but through hard work, Carl Landry has made a name for himself in the NBA as one of the toughest bench players in the entire league. Our own John Henry Smith sat down with one of the newest Warriors to find out what drives him to be the player that he is today.
Describe your first couple of months with the team, and how has it been really incorporating yourself with Warriors? It seems like it's been a very seamless transition.
Well, it's been fairly easy. I mean, day one, the team has welcomed me with open arms. The coach, Coach Jackson, Bob Myers, the GM, the owners, Mr. Lacob, everybody, man, my teammates, and it's been an easy adjustment. It really has. It's been fun.
Yeah, Jared Jack around with you. Does having Jared Jack, a familiar face, a guy you play with in New Orleans, does that make your transition easier here?
Having a guy like Jared Jack, a guy that I played with for 2 years before coming here, you got a guy that, you know his game, he knows yours. You just have a guy out there that almost like your brother, somebody that you played with for a long time.
I know that you're listed at 6'9", and you're in there fighting every night with these 7-footers, these 6'10" guys, and getting it done. Describe the mayhem, the fight that life is for you in that pain every night.
It's all about heart. It's not about the size, of the individual. I mean, I have a motor that just most guys don't have, and a heart that most guys don't have, because I've always just been the underdog. Felt like at times I've never been, respected like I've always wanted to, and that just keeps me going. That keeps me hungry.
So when you get that ball in the low post, what degree is it
It's
the nice guy you are off the court, to what degree is it meanness?
It's personal. When I step in between these lines, I mean, it's personal. I mean, when I catch the ball, the guy that's guarding me, it's me and him. To play at this level, which is the highest level out there, you got to be confident. And, I'm a humble individual and one of the nicest guys in the world off the court, but out there on the floor, it's a dogfight every night.
Your brother's been shot. You had 3 teeth lodged in Dirk Nowitzki's arm. I would think it would take a special type of guy to get over whatever post-traumatic syndrome you would have from a couple of very traumatic events like that, to come back as hard and as strong as you have. What is it about you?
It's just, I mean, like I said, there's so many guys out there that's hungry, and willing to give an arm and a leg to be in my shoes, This is a game that I love. If I wasn't playing in the NBA, I'd probably be playing in some park right now for free. And that's just because I love the game, and I've been playing it for a long time, and nothing's gonna stop me. Nothing's gonna keep me from, being out there on the floor.
Warriors a playoff team?
We got to put it all together. We got to put it all together. It's still early, but we're just taking one game at a time.
Carl Landry was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and after high school he traveled to Vincennes University in southern Indiana, the same school that produced NBA All-Stars Bob McAdoo and Shawn Marion. He then transferred to Purdue in West Lafayette, Indiana, where he was named first-team All-Big Ten his senior year. He was drafted by the Sonics, but quickly traded to Houston. He's also spent some time with the Kings and the Hornets. Next on Warrior Central, you're not going to want to miss Festus Ezeli's outfit as he and some of his teammates bring holiday smiles to some lucky children.
I really pray for folks that are struggling on a daily basis, that have dark thoughts. I pray for them to get help because they need help, and there's so many folks that they're impacting if they don't seek the help. And I encourage the folks that's around them that know that they need help. They don't try to be experts. Seek help, because we wind up with days like this.
The most tragic events that took place in Newtown, Connecticut on December the 14th will remain in our memories for years to come. And although the shootings were 3,000 miles away from the Bay Area, that did not stop some of the Warrior players from tweeting out some of their thoughts that day. Jarrett Jack can't get over this shooting in Connecticut. Kids' lives taken from before they've even had a chance to live life. Just terrible. Festus Ezeli praying for the families involved in Newtown. Can't imagine the pain they're feeling right now. Appreciate your loved ones. And from Steph Curry, prayers up for everyone in Newtown today and for America going forward, because this has got to stop. From heartbreaking to heartwarming, the Warriors and their Make-A-Wish Foundation hosted a holiday party at their practice facility in Oakland, hoping to bring some holiday cheer to kids that might not otherwise have much to smile about.
You having fun today?
Hi. We have 15 Wish families here today, and they've all had their wish, ranging from Disney wishes, some have traveled, some have gone to visit their families, a lot of sports-related wishes.
To be honest, it's really emotional. You know, I remember when I was one of these young kids running around, and to even be in the presence of somebody that was living out the dream that I wanted to pursue as an adult. It's just something that didn't feel real to me. I always told myself if I were able to get put in that position, I would never be that guy that, you know, shied away from being in the community, or, you know, didn't make kids seem like if their dream was to become a professional athlete in any sort, that it was, you know, far-fetched.
I know, like, not everybody has it like we do, and this is a way to give back, and I don't know, I just love giving back, so it's good for us as a team.
Even if it's just for a night, to try to, you know, have these kids forget about their worries and, you know, just enjoy the simple thing of Christmas.
I beat Klay Thompson in air hockey. I dunked it over Jarrett Jack on the small basket, and I tackled my sister. And that's it.
We're just hanging out. I love hanging out with kids, so it's fun for me. See me jumping around. I don't know what, the bounce station? I've always wanted to do that since I was a kid. It was my one chance, so I jumped in there, and yeah, I was having fun.
It's almost surreal, me being in the position that I am, and I'm just happy to be able to be a part of it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, and
go Warriors!
Thanks for joining us on Warrior Central. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at CSN Warriors and use the hashtag WarriorsTalk when tweeting the show. From all of us here at Warrior Central, we want to wish you, all the fans out there of Warrior basketball, a very happy new year. I'm Greg Papa. We'll see you in 2013 on Warrior Central.